Okay, welcome back to my YouTube channel again. My name is Mithian Skundimang and my student ID is 33220135. And today I want to present to you about my remedial project, which is semantic and pragmatic remedial. Okay, so the part 1 is conceptual analysis. It have 15 questions and the instruction is define, explain, and analyze each of the following questions using theories, definitions, and examples. Use clear structure and key terminology. Okay, it have 15 questions, and the question number 1 is define and contrast lexical semantics versus compositional semantics with examples. So the answer of the number 1 is lexical semantics versus compositional semantics. In lexical semantics, it studies the meaning of individual words, their relations and structures in the lexicon. Like example, dog, animal, poodle show relations like hyponymy. Okay, next it is about the compositional semantics. It is focused on how meanings of words combine to form the meaning of phrases and sentences, guided by the principle of compositionality. The meaning of a wall is built from the meanings of its parts and their synthetic arrangement. Like example, word level run, the meaning is verb of motion. It is lexical. And the sentence is John runs quickly. The meaning is derived from combining agent is the John plus action, it is run, plus manner, the manner is quickly, and the compositionally. Okay. Number 2 question is discuss synonymy, antonymy, hyponymy, and their roles in lexical semantics. So synonymy is words with similar meaning, like example big, large. Not always perfect as context can shift nuance. Okay, antonymy, it is words with opposite meaning, like type, Scrabble, hot, cold. Complementary, alive, dead. Relational, teacher and student. And next is hyponymy, a hierarchical relation where one word is included in the meaning of another. Like rose is a hyponym of flower. Yes. And then the role in lexical semantics. These relations help structure the lexicon, influence semantic networks, and clarify meaning distinctions. So next questions. Explain semantic roles, like example agent, experiencer, them, and their syntactic relevance. So the answer is agent. Agent is initiator of action. Like example, John opened the door. Next is experiencer, one who perceives, feels. Like example, Mary felt pain. So next is team or patient, entity affected or moved. Like example, she kicked the ball. Next is instrument, means used. He cut with a knife. Next is relevance, synthetic structure often reflects roles. Like example, subject means agent, object means them. This supports mapping between syntax and meaning. Number 4, describe entailment versus presupposition with examples in sentence analysis. Entailment versus presupposition. So the topic is entailment versus presupposition. Okay. So entailment is if sentence A is true, sentence B must also be true. Like example, John killed the president. The president is dead. Okay. The presupposition is the assumptions that remain true even if the statement is negated. Like example, John stop smoking. The presuppose is that John used to smoke. So the key difference of this entailment of presuppositions is entailment depends on third relation. Presupposition survive negation. Okay. Number 5. Explain polysemy and homonymy and how they contribute to ambiguity. So the topic is polysemy versus homonymy. So the polysemy is one word with related meanings. Like example, head means part of body or leader. Homonymy, same form, unrelated meanings. Like example, bank, which is riverbank versus financial institution. Next is contribution of ambiguity. Both create multiple interpretations depending on context. So that is number 5. And next is number 6. Discuss prototype theory in semantics and compare it with classical categorization. Okay. The topic is prototype theory versus classical categorization. Okay. The classical categories are defined by necessary and sufficient features. Like example, triangle have 3 sides. Next is prototype theory. Categories have central members, like base examples, and fuzzy boundaries. Like example, a robin is a prototypical bird, while penguin is less typical. So the importance explains why category membership can be graded, not absolute. Okay, so that is number 6. Number 7 is analyze the principle of compositionality and the application in meaning construction. So the topic is principle of compositionality. The definition is the meaning of a whole is determined by the meanings of its parts and their syntactic combination. The example is the black cat sleeps. Meaning comes from black plus cat as noun phrase plus predicate sleeps. The application crucial in sentence interpretation, though exceptions exist. Idioms like kick the bucket. So that is the number 7. Number 8 is describe how semantic fields and lexical sets function in a language. Semantic fields and lexical sets. Okay, first is semantic fields. It's groups of words related in meaning, like example color terms red, blue, green. Next is lexical sets, vocabulary items that share context or usage. They structure vocabulary and reflect cultural concepts, like example kinship terms. Okay. Number 9. Define deixis and describe its types. Person, spatial, temporal. Okay, the topic is deixis and its types. Okay, deixis is words whose meaning depends on context. The types is person, I, you, they, spatial, here, there, this, that, temporal, now, then, tomorrow, discourse, as mentioned before, social, honorifics in some language. So the deictic expressions require situational context for interpretation. Okay, next, number 10. Discuss Greece cooperative principle and its maxims with example of floating. So the topic is Greece's cooperative principle, CP. CP, conversation guided by assumption of cooperation. So the maxims is quantity, give enough information, quality, be truthful, relation, be relevant, manner, be clear, orderly. So The floating is when violated deliberately. It creates implicatures. Like example, it's raining. Response, lovely weather. Irony means floating quality. Next. Yes, number 11. Explain conversational implicature versus conventional implicature. So the topic is conceptual. Conversational versus conventional implicature. So the conversational is arise from context, depends on maxim. Like example, some student passed, not all. Conventional tied to lexical items. Like example, but, signal contrast. Okay, number 12. Describe speech act theory and identify types of speech acts with examples. So the topic is speech act theory. The locutionary, it is act of saying. Illocutionary, intended force like request, promise. Next is perlocutionary, it is effect on hearer. For the example, like I promise to help. Elocution means promise. Number 13. Analyze how presupposition operates in pragmatic interpretation. Presuppositions in pragmatics, it is the assumptions taken for granted. Like the king of France is bald. Presupposes there is a king of France. So next is number 14. Discuss the importance of context in pragmatic meaning. Context in pragmatic meaning. Context, physical, social, linguistic, shapes interpretation. Like example, here depends on speaker location. Okay, so that is number 14. And next, number 15. Explain relevance theory and its role in communication and interpretation. So the relevance theory is communication guided by maxim of relevance from Sperber and Wilson. And hearers choose the most relevant interpretation with least processing effort. So that is the part 1. Next is part 2. It is case study application. It have 15 questions. So the instruction is analyze each situation and relate it to semantic or pragmatic theory. Support your answer with examples and terminology. Okay, next. Number 1. A headline reads, minors refuse to work after that. Identify and explain the ambiguity. So, minors refuse to work after that. Okay, the sentence, the ambiguity is structural. The ambiguity is structural. Reading 1, they refuse to work after someone's dead. So, in the reading 2, they are dead, so they refuse to work. Okay. Number 2, the sentence, the bank is full. Confuse a learner. Analyze its lexical ambiguity. The bank is full. So the sentence is the bank is full. Lexical ambiguity. The bank means riverbank versus financial institution. Okay. Number 3. Analyze the metaphor time is money using cognitive semantic principles. So metaphor time is money. Cognitive semantics, like time conceptualized as a resource that can be spent, saved, waste. Metaphors structures everyday reasoning. So number 4, student confused table as only a noun. Discuss polysemy and semantic processing. Table as only noun. So the polysemy of table, which is it means furniture or data chart. Learner ignores semantic extensions. Number 5. Dogs bark, cats meow, but fish. Analyze using semantic features. Dogs barks, cats meow, but fish also. The semantic features is animate, animal, but vocal cords minus vocal cords. The feature analysis explains absence of conventional sound. So fish didn't have a sound. Okay, number 6. Define Bachelor using componential analysis. What are the issues? The Bachelor componential analysis. So component is human plus male minus married. So the problem is exceptions: price, children, divorced man. Number 7. An ad says, "Our soap leaves nothing behind." Analyze semantic entailment. Our soap leaves nothing behind. So the entailment of the sentence: soap cleans completely. Pragmatic implication of the sentence is better than other soaps, though literally impossible. Or in example, like some residue always exists. So number 8 is number 8. That car is a lemon. Explain the figurative meaning and its interpretation. So the sentence is, that car is a lemon. Figurative meaning of the sentence: defective, unreliable car. Requires pragmatic or figurative interpretation beyond literal fruit. Okay. Next is number 9. A student says, "Could you open the window?" As a polite request, analyze speech act. Could you open the window? So the question like, could you open the window with as a polite request. So indirect speech act is literally a question about ability, pragmatically a request. So that is a request sentence. Number 10 is a politician says, "We will bring change." Discuss pragmatic vagueness and inference. So the sentence is, "We will bring change." Pragmatic vagueness is change, unspecified. It means open to inference, politically persuasive but ambiguous. Number 11. A person says, "It's getting late," implying the conversation should end. Analyze implicature. Okay, the sentence is, "It's getting late." Conversational implicature of the sentence: speaker suggests we should end the conversation or leave. So next, number 12. After spilling coffee, a friend says, "Nice job." Analyze irony and indirectness. Nice job after spilling coffee. Irony, literal meaning positive, but indeed it intended meaning negative. Okay. Number 13. Do you take this woman? Discuss performative speech acts in institutional context. So the sentence is, "Do you take this woman?" In performative speech act is in institutional wedding context. Utterance enacts marriage, not just describes. Okay. Next, number 14. A teacher says, "You should try harder." Analyze politeness and face-threatening acts. You should try harder. The sentence. The politeness theory of the sentence is mitigated criticism, but still face-threatening act. Like example, threatens negative phase of autonomy. The last question is A. How was your date? B. Will she show up? So analyze the scalar implication. So the dialogue is, "How was your date?" "Well, he showed up." Okay. Scalar implicature. of that dialogue is minimal positive implies overall negative evaluation. Okay, I guess just that my remedial project, and thank you for watching my video, and goodbye.